My capstone project is on Jesus' identity and titles in the Gospel of Mark. This is the Gospel of Mark. It's a lot, right? Well, lucky for you, I will not be presenting a report on the entire Gospel. Rather, I'm going to present Jesus' identities and titles in this Gospel and link them to something you can relate to. The most commonly asked question in the Gospel of Mark is, who is Jesus, along with what is Jesus? Many characters in the Gospel of Mark ask this to themselves or to others around them. The people in the Gospel of Mark have very little or no idea who Jesus really is. In the Gospel of Mark, there are many titles associated with Jesus, such as Christ, Son of God, Teacher, Prophet, Messiah, Son of Man, Savior, and Lord. The Gospel writer of Mark was clearly fond of the identity of Jesus and made it evident by including all of these titles in his Gospel to describe Jesus. The many titles used in the Gospel of Mark tells readers a little bit about the true identity of Jesus, and each of these titles has a different origin and meaning. The title mostly used in the Gospel of Mark to describe Jesus is Son of Man. This title emphasizes a person's humanity. The Son of Man literally means Son of the Human. Jesus calls himself the Son of Man very often. Jesus is proclaiming himself to be the Messiah, while at the same time he is still human. Too bad the only creatures that knew Jesus' true identity were demons. These demons are found in the stories of exorcisms in Mark's Gospel. The demons knew that Jesus was in fact the Son of God. They try and tell the crowds of people who Jesus is, but he silences them, not allowing them to reveal his true identity. A key ongoing pattern found in Mark's Gospel is the lack of knowledge that people have for Jesus. Like most humans, people in Mark's Gospel want to know if Jesus is good or just some guy causing trouble for the Jewish and Roman leaders. Some think he is good, and others think he is going against the authority to become a king or some sort of leader. After a while, the speculation about his identity becomes more popular among the people in the Gospel of Mark. Mark's Gospel emphasizes the lack of knowledge that people have for Jesus. This is similar to Batman, in which the people of Gotham City lack an understanding for his identity. Both of these patterns play key roles in the stories of these characters. The people that they help want to know more about who they are. The identity of Batman is questioned all the time. Whenever Batman performs a task, he is judged and his identity is questioned. Whether it is saving a person in need or not coming to the aid of other people in need, Batman is either considered a hero or a villain. The identity of Batman to the people changes with each action he does or doesn't do. Batman's secret identity is Bruce Wayne. He believes in justice. Bruce Wayne appears to be a typical billionaire and lives a wealthy lifestyle. Batman appears to be a masked man who saves people in distress. He brings hope to people when they see him. Batman, the true hero that he is not always given the respect and applause that he deserves. He isn't in it for the fame. He does it because he believes in justice. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus never says that he is performing miracles and healing people to become popular. Without a doubt, Batman is a hero. Jesus is certainly believed to be a savior. Batman can be thought of as a savior to the people of Gotham City. Countless times, he saves the people from certain doom. Jesus, on the other hand, can be thought of as a hero. He possesses traits of a hero and does in fact perform heroic acts within Mark's Gospel, such as healing the suffering. You can put a mask on Jesus and call him a superhero, and put a halo above Batman and call him a prophet. Even though Jesus doesn't wear a mask like Batman, both of them have many titles and identities associated with them. An analogy that relates to both Jesus's and Batman's heroic characteristics is Batman saving the people of Gotham City as to Jesus healing and forgiving the sins of people. Batman saves people because he is committed to doing justice. Jesus is very active with his public ministry, and the more he taught and healed, the more people questioned his identity. Jesus heals people so that others would learn about his miracles and believe. The healings that Jesus performed caused much controversy, and his identity as Christ, or the Anointed One, was shaped. From a reader's point of view, the Gospel of Mark is portraying Jesus as a savior. He is a person who brings hope to people. The followers of Jesus best describe him as a teacher. Jesus' identity might be unclear to the people he is healing, but they know that there is something different about him. All of the titles given to Jesus in Mark's Gospel paint a better picture of whom Jesus is. The titles describe the image of Jesus that the writer of Mark is trying to give to the readers. The first time that anyone in the Gospel of Mark identifies Jesus is at his crucifixion. After he breathes his last breath, someone says that Jesus must have been the Son of God.